Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from sortofinteresting.com, and today you're joining me as we head not quite through the arch, but to the side of the arch. And, well, I'd like to show you around one of my favourite little places. I've got memories of these fields going back for probably 2 decades plus, which we'll get to in just a second. You can see here on the ground that they were at one point in the process of restoring that archway, so we've got something that looks a little bit like it's out of ancient Rome here, and you may also notice just how close the houses of Ossory are in the background there. Now, what I love about these fields is not only are they literally right on the doorstep of the town, but because you've got all of these undulating hills and all this sort of uneven terrain, you can get yourself up to a slightly higher vantage point like this, and then have this view over Shropshire into the distance. And what we've got there in the middle of the screen now is Old Ossory Hill Fort of the green top and all of the brown dying off fern surrounding it there. You can see some of the houses again just to the right hand side, and that other hill is called the Copy. Again, stories from my granddad of being up there as a kid, which we'll get to at some point, I'm sure. But like you say, the fact that, oh yeah, that's me for anyone who's unfamiliar, hello. The fact that you've got these sort of places literally one wall away from Oswestry itself, and it's just the case, like you say, if you're in the centre of town, of walking for a few minutes and then you can be out in these sort of places. Not necessarily saying that you technically are meant to be in these places, but it's all of this sort of stuff that I always say in these videos that makes me feel so lucky to have grown up in such a beautiful rural area, that I've been able to just go, right, what am I doing today? Oh, well, do a bit of writing or what have you, and then a moment's notice be like, oh, let's go for a wander, let's have a break from sitting down at the computer all day. And then within a matter of minutes, you can be out somewhere like this, being intimidated by the sheep. But that's, again, what I just love about this sort of place. That, particularly, I think, around here, with all of this sort of uneven field and that, it's the ultimate sort of postcard countryside scenery, I suppose. You can see the old chimney there in Ossory again, just showing how sort of close, and that's a good central part of the town that we're looking into there. And like I say, really, this is the ultimate place just to have a wander out, and this is where my childhood memories really come in, of this sort of area, just about 1-2 fields in and just slightly out of town. Oh yeah, the peace was disturbed with that really low-flying helicopter randomly, so look out for those if you're out and about. But these sort of areas here are where, and you might have seen me mention this in a video I did on my granddad's 1950s graffiti that I found nearby, but under these trees, me and my family used to come out when I was a kid to collect loads of nuts in the autumn, and you'd be picking all of these up, trying to pry the nuts out of them and prickling your fingers, and it'd just be, again, a classic sort of countryside thing to do, I suppose. But because I was a kid, oh yeah, here's the most beefy, bulldoggy, intimidating sheep that I've ever seen in my life. But as I was saying, because I was just a kid, you can imagine how bored I'd get wandering around looking for spiky nuts on the floor and stuff like that. So I just end up running up and down all the hills in these fields, and I remember running up the hill and first seeing Brigunton Hall in the distance. Just classic memories, some very good times, and yeah, just really wanted to share this place with you. Till the next time, I suppose we'll wrap it up, and I'll say thanks for tuning in. Check out my other videos for loads more from the local area and all sorts of other stuff from the great outdoors. Feel free to check the links in the description. You'll find me all over the internet, and you'll find my short books that I wrote about living in Shropshire on a narrowboat. Again, crazy times. Check the links in the description, but until the next time, just have an absolutely fantastic day. Keep it interesting, keep it boot worthy, and of course, my friends, farewell.